Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's JLerone with JLerone Presents, where we talk about the facts, foolishness, and black female efforts. Now, today's video, of course, we're going to be looking into the B. Taylor and Princella event, right? I know you guys have seen a lot of videos on it, and I'm just going to do my little take on it. Probably about the first 30 minutes of the video, where she talks about how she met Princella and their first couple of dates, and basically how the interactions began and how the dysfunction was already there present, but B. Taylor chose to ignore it, right? And now she's on this thing, just exposing who Princella really is, but also B. Taylor is exposing who B. Taylor really is too, because of the fact that she somehow saw the red flags and chose to ignore them. Okay, so you guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, hit the like button, subscribe, share. It's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents, and let's go ahead and get into the video. All right.
Chat with Daryl Long and other people, and they were talking about Princella and how she's been in this space, how she was on certain people's platform and getting into it with people and running off. And Aaron O's channel, she was on Aaron O's channel, and somebody came up there and ran her off and whatnot. And so I was like, well, we were talking about it, and they were talking, and so she did pop up on my timeline, and it was like a screenshot of her from her live, and she was looking kind of scary. And I'm going to talk about that because, that was something that made me feel guilty. Because I said in the group chat, we're all like laughing about certain things. And I was like, damn, look what popped up on my Snapchat, on my timeline. Like, it's Princella. She looks scary. And it was the screen grab of her in a peach or some type of fruit in front of her. And she about to devour it. So I was like, oh, I'm joking. I'm taking it way back, Robbie. Robbie was in the group chat. You know what I said? It was something lighthearted, but it was something lighthearted. It wasn't malicious when I said it. So that was something that end up being pulled back up when Daryl got mad at her and he wanted to weaponize that and pull that back up. So I'm only telling y'all that because I'm telling y'all the timeline of everything. So Princella comes on to my channel, and it was on my birthday. I met her on my 32nd birthday. And, we talked a little bit before the show started. I was telling her how, I was being spoiled by men that I was dealing with for my birthday. It was really treating me out. It was really taking care of me. They wanted to make sure I was good. Like, I'm like, it's dudes that'll drop $1,000 on you for your birthday. It's guys that will do things for you for your birthday. So I felt like when I was telling her these things, she saw value in me, that men were actually pouring money into me, that men were treating me to spa days and getting my hair done and stuff like that. These are things I don't brag.
You guys, and what she's describing here with these men dropping all this money on her, these are her subscribers, right? These are men that she don't know, you know what I'm saying, from a can of paint, right? She don't know these dudes, man. These are just guys that are her subscribers, man, and they dropping money on her like that. Dudes that, like I said, that she wouldn't, probably spit on if they was on fire, right? Because we all know B. Taylor is a woman who, when she was on Lapeef, the way she went in on men, right? Said that they went about SHIT and all this other good stuff. If y'all ain't seen the videos of how B. Taylor was going in on men back when she was on the Lapeef network, y'all need to go check it out. But you still got guys throwing money at her, simping, right? Guys that she don't care nothing about. But yet, just let you know that there are simps out here that'll do shit like this, man. And it's crazy. That's why a lot of these women are delusional and thinking that they can just get whatever they want from guys, but then they can talk about them like they're dogs.
But I was just kind of telling her in a way, like, I know you feel like all men are bad, but these men were definitely treating me and treating me to certain things and certain lifestyles. Like I say that we should all be treated like princesses, sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. So when we did the live,
That's crazy how they say that they all should be treated like princesses, but a lot of them don't even act like princesses. You know what I'm saying? They want that treatment, but what are they giving in return, right? They don't even act like, they don't even behave like it, right? B Taylor is a 2-time baby mama. She got 2 kids by, I think, 2 different dudes, right?
Wanting to bring her on as an interview because I wanted to know what her end goal was. And this is serious, y'all. This is serious. This is very serious what her end goal is. So after the live ended, we were in the back chat. And, y'all saw she was flirting with me the whole time, and then even in the back chat, she asked me, do you like oysters? It's such a lesbian thing to say because it's like, okay, well, first of all, I already had oysters today. Like, that's crazy that you asked me that. But I did post on my stories that I had oysters. So it's just ironic that she wanted to go get oysters.
Okay, is oysters a lesbian thing to ask or to say to somebody? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking because I really have no clue. Right? Is that a thing now? If a woman asks you to go get oysters, that means she's a lesbian? I'm just asking. I mean, it's new to me. That's my first time hearing it. Just thought I'd ask. I don't know. Put some comments down below if that's something y'all have heard before.
But it was just the way she was like, yeah, let me, we live in the same city. Let's go get oysters together. So during my birthday dinner that weekend, I was like, okay, yeah, and I was unsure. I went to my birthday dinner and I was asking my sister and friends, like, should I go on this thing? And everybody warned me not to get involved with this woman. And they were like, don't get involved. But for some reason, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, I've been through a lot last year. A lot of people don't know what I went through last year. So some people knew, some people didn't know, but it was a lot that I went through last year. Like, I had moved to a new place. I left my child's father for reasons of my own, and I needed to go and heal. I lost a best friend. So I was actually by myself a lot. That's why I was online a lot, because I just went to work and I was being a mom. And I was online a lot. So she caught me in a very vulnerable place because it seemed like maybe this could be a new friend. And that's how I looked at it always, like a new friend. I hate talking about last year because it gets me emotional because it was just a lot going on. It was a transition for me. But this is not to say that I'm a victim, because I'm a grown-ass woman at the end of the day. And I could take accountability for that in the part that I played, because I could have been a little bit smarter. I could have been wiser. And I take accountability in that, I don't make the best decisions. I'm human, but I will learn from them. Let me
take your time. You got this.
Yeah, because last year was sensitive. So sorry, I'm getting choked up on that. Yeah, because I was actually supposed to be getting married this year. So yeah, last year was tough. It was tough. But
okay, just pay attention to what she's saying here. Last year, she broke off an engagement, right? So by this time this year, she's supposed to be married. So back in about March, April 2023, she had broke off an engagement. All right, just keep that in mind. She broke off the engagement, and it's been about a year since she's broken off that engagement. But just keep that in mind.
I was going through this transition, and she came in at the right time, to say the least. Because even the guys that I kind of was talking to, like, it was a lot. It just wasn't. It just, that is what it is. I don't want to go into that. But when I met up with her,
okay, so the guys that you were talking to. So you were talking to guys while you were still engaged, or you broke off the engagement, then started talking to other guys? Y'all kind of hear, it kind of doesn't make sense, right? But let's keep on listening.
We met up to go get oysters. She was touchy-feely on me. She was grabbing my legs. She had her arm around me in a chair. She was trying to seduce me, and and she had her daughter with her. And I was like, I felt uncomfortable at that time because I was like, I only came here to have oysters with you as a friend, like on some like content creator, like get to know you outside of YouTube, because I realized that it was a persona that she puts on YouTube. but it's like she bought Pimp and P with her, you know, because she was touching on my legs, she was trying to massage my feet, you know, in public. And I'm like, she got on her knees and started massaging my toes. And I'm like, girl, what you doing? Like, what are you doing? You know? And you know, I end up calling like Rob B to talk to her, you know, so they could end their little squash and beef. And you know, so then the manosphere was still talking about Princella's live and all this other stuff. And then it was this guy named Red Supreme that did a video about me. And I was on the live and I sent her the live and was like, oh Lord, this dude's going in on me or whatever like that. So she hopped in the live like, oh, and she just saw how men were always talking about me and like talking ish and coming at me. So she was like, you know, and I was telling her some things that I was going through, living on my own, how my maintenance man was, you know, he made me feel uncomfortable, how I can't even just come in and get stuff done without men trying to hit on me, you know? And she was like talking like, oh yeah, like you need to get you, you know, a pow, a pew pew. We need to go to the gun range together. And like, you know, she was kind of like coming in like she was really helping me, like kind of like, you know, I know you on your own, you a mama too, you know, and you know, I'm gonna teach you some things, kind of like, you know, on some game type of shit, you know. But I didn't look at it like that because my guard was down because she was a woman. And I take accountability in that. I now know that women can also run game on men. Okay. So when we would talk, she would say things like, you know, I learned a lot through Pimp and Ken book. And, you know, I was told the guy that I was cool with, that was the pimp, told me I would be the perfect madam. So that was a red flag right there. That was a red flag right there.
Exactly. That you ignored that red flag and you ignored the fact that y'all went out to eat and she's rubbing on your leg trying to give you a foot massage while y'all out at dinner. Okay? You knew where this was going, B. Taylor. You could have easily ended it, but you didn't.
I should have took that for what it was, you know? But I was like, damn, okay, like, why would he say that he think you would be the perfect madam? You know, and she was like, well, yeah, because why would I pimp women to go be with other men? Like, you know, why would I do that?
Yeah, like she's just gonna pimp women to come be with other women, to be with her. She said it before in some of her videos that she's basically trying to convert women to be with women. She said it. She had, I forgot what show she was on or whose panel she was on, but she actually admitted that she's, you know, pimping women to be with women. She's trying to get all of them. Come on now.
You know, I guess for yourself, you know. So then the live that y'all all know about, the one that everybody keep playing over and over again of B. Taylor getting money thrown on her. Let me tell you what that was. Hold on, I'm gonna let this, because I'm downtown. It's okay. So she planned it. So she said, I want to make the manosphere mad. We were trolling the manosphere when it came down to her live stream. Rescue B. Taylor from the manosphere. It was a way to kind of get back at the manosphere for how they treated me and bullied me and all these other things. So she was like, I'm going to come in.
Y'all hear this? Playing the victim. As much shit as B. Taylor talked when she was on these panels about men, now all of a sudden the manosphere treated her bad, right? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Nobody treated you bad. They probably told you some reality, but other than that, that was it. But of course, when you try to hold these women accountable and give them some reality, they think it's you're coming at them and treating them bad. But let's see how, you know, Princella, you know, used this to her advantage.
She literally called me and was like, I'm going to come in as the savior. And I just want you to dress real sexy. I want you to pour up a glass of wine. I want you to kind of show the, you know, cleavage and, you know, dress sexy. Make sure you look cute, as pretty as you are. And I want you to come on camera and I don't want you to say nothing. I just want you to laugh I just want you to giggle. I'm gonna be the one directing everything. I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna, and I'm gonna have a stack of money and show the money to the guys. So I was like, oh, okay, that was her feeling good to stunt on, the men, right? It was her way of stunting on them.
Anything to get back at the manosphere, right? But you didn't see a problem with that, B. Taylor? You just all down for it, right? Just cause you can get back at the manosphere.
When we did the live, I can now see how horrible it made me look as a profession.
Of course.
I'm an award-winning journalist. I'm very well respected in my community. Outside of YouTube,
Does anybody know what B. Taylor has written? She says she's an award-winning journalist. I mean, y'all tell me, what has she done that's so award-winning? I mean, from what I understand, don't she work at a clinic or a hospital or some shit in Houston? I don't know, but yeah, I haven't seen anything on B. Taylor, right? I think I Googled B. Taylor a couple of times and I haven't seen anything come up mentioning how she's an award-winning journalist. The only thing that shows up is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, where she has that in her byline or in her profile. But other than that, that's it. Nothing else shows up. Nothing on Amazon, nothing on anything else, right?
I make great money outside of YouTube. I have my own home. I provide for my kids. I have a great co-parenting relationships with both of my children's fathers. People don't know me as that. When men want to spoil me, it's because they actually.
Both of her children's fathers. Okay, so she says she has a good relationship, but like I said, she has 2 kids by 2 different dudes. But yet she said last year she broke up an engagement with one of them. But wonder which one that one was. But she also said that, well, she's going to go into it some more. But like I said, she was supposed to be married this year, but she broke off an engagement last year.
You want to spoil me, okay? They actually want to do things for me because they see what type of woman I am. I don't have to give anything in return for that. So when she was on there, I started to feel uncomfortable. That's why you saw me laughing a lot, smiling a lot. I didn't know what to say. And I was not expecting her to throw the money at me. That's not what it was. She just told me, stand up and show them, like how cute you are, And I took it as like, oh yeah, y'all try to play me, like, I'm cute. Like, it was supposed to be a way of like her hyping me up. But when she threw the money on me, y'all could see.
So let me get this. I'm trying to understand this. How, by doing a video of you, I guess, dressed up looking cute, and Princella standing there with money, I guess trying to show how desirable you are. How is that getting back at the manosphere? I mean, y'all explain that to me. How is that getting back at the manosphere? I'm still trying to figure that out. Because when I first heard that, I was like, you are that butthurt by the manosphere, or you are that, I mean, you basically just fall for anything to say, oh, well, I'm trying to get back at the manosphere. So you kind of fell for the okie doke, B. Taylor.
That's why I sat down like, oh, okay, like the money, like, no, I didn't know she was, but at that point, what do you say? Like, I didn't have the words I had to play into it, I didn't have to, I shouldn't have to. And I can see how that made me look like a dumb bimbo. Like, I can see how that made me look stupid. It made me look like a gold digger. Yep. It made me look like I was there for clout. It made me look like I was there for money.
You said it right the first time, like a dumb bimbo. You said it right.
I never took P's money. P never gave me money. P never did all these things that it seemed like she did, like it was an equal exchange. I spent money on her. She spent money on me. I wasn't used to that dynamic. I am used to a dynamic where the man is always picking up the check. He always picking up the tab. He is paying for things. But I found myself picking up the check at times. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is what it is, right? So after that live, I said, I'm laughing like, oh, okay, like, I see you're always on social media. You're always on people's platforms and arguing with people. Let's go out and get out and get some margaritas, get some sun. You know, I saw that she needed some type of like grounding, you know. So I invited her out and we went out for drinks. And my intentions always was just to be Princella's friend. I was not interested in being with a woman. Was never interested in being with a woman, but I wanted to be her friend. But when you're friends with somebody who's preying on you, it's not gonna work out that way, you know? So I'm sharing a lot of things that I've been through that year and what I've been through, sharing things with her, you know, things that I let my guard down and I shouldn't have let my guard down. I'm sharing things with her. And then we have a good day. So much to the point where she's like, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's go and hang out at Dave & Buster's. So I'm like, okay. So then we went to Dave & Buster's the next day because she had so much fun with me. We went and had fun at Dave & Buster's.
It astounds me how when women go out, they will accept anything from another woman, right? But if a man would have said first date or whatever, let's go to Dave & Buster's, you know that's a big no-no. Hell, these women act the fool over Cheesecake Factory, right? And which Cheesecake Factory is way bigger, of course, than Dave & Buster's, right? Dave & Buster's is just like a place where you go, just have some regular food, play games and stuff like that. I mean, you can have drinks because it's for adults, but it has, you know, you can play games and shit like that, right? Kind of like almost like a, trying to think, like a bigger version of Chuck E. Cheese, like an adult version of Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm saying? So all the games are, you know, like I said, it's adult food, adult atmosphere, and they got games that you can play, right? But like I said, a lot of women, you know, if a man try to do that, then no, you can't do that. I gotta have something extravagant. You gotta spend some money. You can't come off with no Dave & Buster's on a first date with a female if you're a guy. But if you're a woman, you can. But if you notice in this tell-all that B. Taylor gave or is given, you're gonna hear her mention a lot of shit that she let women, Princella, do to her that a man wouldn't be caught dead doing. A man could not get away with it. He would be crucified. Let's keep it moving.
We went to it was some game place. I can't think, where you find clues and stuff like that. We had so much fun, right? This is where I'm not gonna say grooming begins, but this is where it gets a little real, per se. It gets a little PG-13, a little rated R, I guess. I don't know. So we hung out that entire day, and I was like, you know, when I was like, oh, let's go get boba tea or something like that. I wanted her to try that. So as we're there, I grab her like, oh no, this way. And she grabs my hand and just holds my hand and won't let go. And after a while, I'm like, oh, we're holding hands. Like, we holding hands. Okay, cool. We holding hands. I should have stood up for myself. I should have been like, nah, but I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of getting a little like curious. I'm like, well, you know, okay, we can hold hands. Like, it's fine. Then I'm telling her I have to go because I was supposed to do a live stream that night. And I said I had to go home, and she didn't want me to leave. We get to my car. I try to give her a hug. She gives me a hug, but she's holding me and then starts putting her head to my chest and starts getting real close, like tight. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm holding her like, okay, she's holding me. And then she's like, you know, then she starts talking about how good it feels to be with a woman. How safe it feels being with a woman. And
but see, the thing is, if you wasn't okay with that, you could have just pushed her away, right? If you did not feel comfortable with that, B. Taylor could have just pushed her away. and said, "No, I'm not into." But the fact that you went along with the hand holding, you went along with her, massaging your feet and legs on the first date and all this good stuff, right? So you knew you was interested. You knew what it was. I mean, I can't even say grooming. I don't even know why she put grooming in, because you've already accepted the video, her throwing money on you, her rubbing your feet down, holding your hands, and now this. So it ain't no grooming involved. You was down. You was down with the get down, and now you feel embarrassed because you didn't see that you ignored all the red flags. You know what I'm saying? Now you feel and look stupid.
I was like, it made me feel uncomfortable, but then she's like, this feels so amazing. This feels so good hugging you like this. Okay. Then she pulls out her phone and she starts playing female porn and introduced me to what tribbing is. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube.
What the hell is that?
Look it up on porn.
It's called what?
Tribbing. Look it up. That's what lesbians do. And she starts telling me how good and amazing that feels. And if you never tried that, you should. And I'm not gonna lie. Like, in that point, I'm like, okay.
Did you feel like she was grooming you?
Yeah.
No,
I did.
that wasn't grooming. That was not grooming. You could have easily pulled away and said, "I'm not interested."
But I'm a grown ass woman, so I can't say that I was groomed as a grown woman. Like, I gotta take accountability in that. I should have had, I should have recognized that. Like, imagine a man pulling out porn and showing you things that you can do.
You would have got pissed off. You would have been mad. If a guy did that, you'd have been mad. You'd have clowned it, right? You would have got on your phone, got all on social media, and said, "Look at what this idiot did to me on our date."
Intimately, but it would spike my interest. It has been. I've been celibate for like a year, so it was like,
Okay, now y'all catch that? She said she had been celibate for like a year. This was last year. The same last year that she said she had just broken off an engagement with her, one of her baby daddies. So if you just broken off an engagement, how is it that it had already been a year since that you've been celibate? So you mean tell me you was engaged to your baby daddy for a year and not y'all wasn't having sex? Y'all hear how stupid that sounds? Do y'all see the fuckery, the black female effery? So either she lying, it sounds like she, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff could be made up, but when she says this right here, how she's been celibate for a year, even though she had just broken up with her baby daddy that she was going to marry this year, she's supposed to be married. But last year, in around this time, 2023, she was engaged, but she had just broken it off. But also, she's saying that she hadn't had sex for a year. Make that make sense, right? What's true and what's not true?
Okay. And we talk later on, and it's just like, I left very confused. I'm not going. I left very confused because it's sparked my interest. And then we kept talking, and we was talking every day. That first, I would say after that experience, I would say the first week or two of me talking to Pete, he told me she loves me. She deadass was on the phone. We was vibing to music, and she deadass looked at me and was like, "I love you." And she was like, "I really feel like that love bombing shit. Like, I really feel like, we're a good match together. Like, I looked at our zodiac signs." The thing that she's doing now with her new girlfriend. Like,
well, see, this is the shit right here that gets me with Princella cause. Princella talking about men do that, right? Ain't that what Princella said? That men hit you with the love bombing and all this stuff. And also with the, how B. Taylor pointed out that Princella pulled out the phone and was showing her female porn, lesbian porn. But didn't Princella say this is the stuff that guys do to women too? Y'all see where I mean, she is exposing Princella for being a fraud, right? Which we all knew that, but also it tells, B. Taylor's mindset as well on what B. Taylor was willing to do to be with Princella, so to speak, right?
Like, oh, we a match. I talked to some psychics. P talks to psychics on a hotline. She basically has a app for psychics, and she calls and pay $200 to talk to a fucking psychic because she can't hear what God tells her, but she's so connected to the divine. But why do you rely? Like, I understand you get readings and stuff like that. That's understandable, but you spend so much money getting readings, and you're telling me that no, it's a match. No, this is what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be together. And I'm like, well, damn, like maybe we are. Like, yeah, it seemed like we get along. Like, it seemed like we match. It seemed like we mesh together. It just.
And at that point, B. Taylor was just being gullible, right? That sounded so stupid. Princella go tell you that, oh, we were meant to be together because my psychic said it. Oh, well, maybe we are. Yeah, you see the mindset in this, man. This is stupid. B. Taylor's stupid. She's young, and she's what, 32? Girl, you still got some living to do. You still need to learn. You gullible. Let's just put it that way. Gullible.
Love bombing shit, like it's like she mirrored me, and it's like she mirrored me. And so when we were talking, it was kind of like first of all, I've never been with a woman, never been interested in being with a woman and nothing like that. So for me, that's a lot. That's a lot. And when she was working with Daryl, she would always tell me how much she was using Daryl, but Daryl was also using her, and she would say, yeah, I'm using Daryl to get back at the manosphere because she was so determined to get back at the manosphere. She used Daryl as in like, I'm going to use him as an example that you got to whip these men into shape and they'll do what you say. But
how you going to use Daryl to get back at the manosphere? But you know what? This lets you know how, like David Carroll said, these women draw no distinctions. They make no distinctions. If you're a man, y'all the same. How you go get Daryl Long as being a part of the manosphere, right? When he tells you himself he's a simp god. Daryl Long's platform is messy, right? And he caters to women. He panders to women. So how is getting back at Daryl Long is getting back at the manosphere because he's a man? Daryl Long and the manosphere has two totally different views on things, right? But because Daryl's a man, she associates him with the manosphere. Like I said, these women make no distinctions. Any man that they can get a hold to, especially a guy like Daryl, that's easy prey. Daryl is easy prey, to be honest with you. No disrespect to Daryl, but he is easy prey, right? And of course, Daryl is go kind of cater and pander because he wants the recognition. He wants the validation. So yeah, he's gonna try to use Princella like Princella was trying to use him. But don't make him and think that Daryl Long is part of the manosphere. By doing what Princella tried to do to Daryl, that's not a slap in the face to the manosphere. That does not hurt the manosphere at all. It makes Daryl Long look stupid, but that's it. It doesn't make the manosphere as a whole look stupid. It doesn't.
If Daryl messes up, I'm gonna cut him at the legs. And we all publicly saw that happen as she cut Daryl Long at the legs. He lost his support, he lost his followers because he was acting up, And
he was acting
when
up.
You witness something like that and somebody having that much power and pull on social media, that shit is actually kind of scary because at this point,
So Daryl Long's acting up. So Daryl probably did or said something they didn't like. Which, that I can see that happening. You know what I'm saying? But just because somebody ain't totally kissing your ass 100% of the time and doing or saying stuff that, that you don't like. I mean, come on now. This shit is stupid. So you thought Daryl was going to be one of the ones that's going to go kiss your ass 100% of the time. Now, Daryl probably would do it 90% of the time, but the other 10%, Daryl said, hell no. And then, of course, yeah, he got out of line because he didn't agree with us like we wanted him to.
I haven't been really posting on my channel. I haven't been building my own brand. I left the manosphere and now I'm over here with her. You know, while she was cutting off Daryl, she pulled me out the closet and said, I'm dating B. Taylor. Like, she's never once asked me to be her girlfriend. It was just like, she just claimed me as her girl.
So she pulled you out the closet, huh? So you thought you was going to be in a relationship with Princella and nobody was going to know about it? That's what that was. She was trying to get it in and do some shit on the DL, you know, so to speak.
That to me wrecked my freaking nerves because, and it made me like, I didn't speak up for myself because we weren't really dating. We were kind of like talking and getting to know each other. I was a little curious, so here and there, but she put it out there before I was ready to even. You did that without my permission. You pulled somebody out the closet without my permission and you let all these people know. So that's pressure on me to keep.
And you still could have said no. You could still another point in time where you could have got away to where you could have gotten away from Princella, but you didn't. You stayed in it. Right? That was a time to where you could have just said, no, this ain't happening. You could have said, no, we're not in a relationship. You know, but no, you let her talk you into keep going.
Keep this up. It's pressure on me to keep this up. So now I look stupid to the world and everybody know my business that me and you may be talking and messing with each other. So
all are. Ain't no
it kind of at this point, like, damn, and I called her and was like,
wasn't no maybe. Y'all were messing with each other. So I don't know why you talking about maybe. No, you were messing with each other. You just didn't want nobody to know. You tried to keep it a secret.
Hey, my phone is blowing up. I didn't expect for you to say that. I didn't know we were like, and she was like, well, I'm living my truth and it's true. We are. And you can't be ashamed of that. Like, kind of like yelling at me, kind of like mad that I would even be like hesitant to it. It was like, well, you the one who was saying. So look.
All right, y'all. That's that part of it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Cause like I said, of course, B. Taylor went on and did like damn near 3-hour, you know, live on this, and she let out some more cats out of the bag about how Princella behaved. You know, her being disruptive, being abusive. You know, with the language and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and then she pointed out some more stuff, right, about Princella treated her child. You know, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that B. Taylor talked about. I don't know how she treated her daughter. But my thing is, if that was the case, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you, I mean, you coming on here talking about it, but why didn't you get anybody involved? And like, you could have called the baby's daddy. You could have called Princella's, I guess, parents. I don't know. Like I say, if her parents are still in her life, I don't know. But I mean, somebody, or you could have got, you know, child protective services involved if you felt like Princella was that bad with her daughter, like neglect. Because the way she was talking, it was like Princella was really neglecting her daughter. So why didn't you get anybody involved if you felt that way? So it's just a lot of stuff, man. And then again, it could just be because she also talked about Princella getting a new chick. And that could be it too, right? You know, Princella got somebody else. Now I'm butthurt, so I'm finna just talk about her. I don't know. But you guys, let me know what y'all think, man. Drop some comments down below. All right. Like, subscribe, share. That helps the channel grow. And yeah. B. Taylor, Princella.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Y'all, please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I'll catch you in the next one.
I'm hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom. You said I'm a haddish kid. Don't care if he's here or not. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.